What up? What up, dog?
I was not ready because I was too busy checking myself for crumbs.
And I was listening to the claps.
Welcome back to A Lady and a Savage podcast. And if this is your first time joining us, welcome.
And you are?
Oh, I'm Tosha.
And I'm Chuck.
And it's been a day, so pardon the seemingly, or maybe I'm telling on myself, people never can notice what you think they can notice, so I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah, you ain't got to tell them what happened. We can get right to it, though. We definitely want to remind everybody that we are still looking for sponsorship. So if you are looking to sponsor an episode, please email us at aladyandthesavagepodcast@gmail.com, and you can also slide into our DMs on Instagram.
Cause I believe in you and me.
Come on, what's going on? Tell us what's going on in the streets. And then we got a lot actually to get through, and then we're gonna introduce our guest for today's topic.
All right, so what's going on in the world is the school shooting in Texas. Of course, sadly, I think most people are up on this story and keeping up with this story. And there were several who lost their lives, elementary school children. So that's what's really, really super sad, is just young, innocent lives taken because of mentally unstable people and loose gun laws. So
yeah, that's extremely sad. I saw that actually getting ready to leave. I think I was packing or something, and I saw that on the news, and that's extremely unfortunate. I have a small one myself, and that's the last thing as a parent or as a kid that you want to think about fear with your child being in school, or your child actually being in school. So prayers to the family and everybody that's dealing with that.
Absolutely. Then another story we have is right here in Detroit. The officials are investigating after a video captures a student pointing a gun at a classmate inside of Mary Grove. I never heard of this school, Mary Grove.
In Detroit?
Yeah, like I know Mary Grove College, but it sounds like they have like an extension or a school age school that they opened up.
They got two new schools on the campus.
Oh,
because the college is officially closed.
Oh,
yeah, so
look at that.
The city owns the grounds, so they got two schools there.
Oh, well, enlighten me.
I might explain a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely
Mary Grove closed right around the time the pandemic hit.
Oh wow!
Officially, right before the pandemic hit,
which was actually a really good school.
Yeah, so
their numbers decrease.
Okay, so what happens to their degree? Is it still
most of those students? I think most of those students were able to just transfer whatever they had. You know what I'm saying? But they had notice, they had a year notice.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying? So
that's interesting.
Wow.
We got to look into that.
So, the incident occurred at the school at Mary Grove, which is located in the area of Wyoming and West McNichols. Video captures an alleged student pulling out a gun and pointing it at another classmate. The school is aware and says they are working on identifying the student. Please be advised that a Mary Grove parent shared a video that appears to be a Mary Grove student with a gun or BB gun at school. Lisa M. Williams, principal, said in a letter to the students and parents, "We are working with authorities to determine the identity of the student. At this point, we have no information that there was intent to use the gun at school. Police officers will be present at Mary Grove tomorrow to ensure the safety of the students and staff. We urge all families to check students' backpacks before school each day and discuss the consequences of bringing a weapon or a facsimile of a firearm to school."
Yeah, they found him.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. Yeah, they don't play that.
They released something this morning. They found him. He's been expelled from the school.
He is getting expelled.
He has been expelled.
I'm sure he has.
Oh, wow.
I don't think he can go to any DPS CD school now.
No, never.
Okay.
And with us, they going to get on us quick. They ain't going to give us the opportunity to make those kind of mistakes that we see a lot going on with the rest of the world. Just another unfortunate situation, especially related to a gun. Mm-hmm. And the shit is sad. That's just like that water gun that I think I sent you is a toy water gun.
Bro,
I saw it online.
I saw that junk yesterday.
And somebody posted it, and the first thing that came to my mind, though, is as a parent, why would you buy that for your kid? Not even that, is why is we allowing that to be sold? Why are we not protesting that? Why are we not thinking about laws on that? Like, that water gun looked
like a real ass gun.
Just like a gun.
Yeah.
Actually, it looked better than some of these pistols. Like, I would love to get a real one that looked like that. That's the fucked up part about it, is I would actually want a real one. It got a 50 clip on it, and it's a handgun.
Wow.
Like, come on, if one of them kids paint that, not even paint it, because even the way it looked just look real. Everything about it.
Because if a cop ain't paying attention and all he see is a barrel coming out the window,
See?
it's a wrap.
See?
Wow.
Sad. Another sad story. But we ain't have anything light. We gotta have something light. All this sad shit.
Actually, we don't. So,
God damn.
this is like, it's not necessarily light, but it's good news. President Joe Biden signed an executive order on police reform that will restrict the use of chokeholds and no-knock warrants.
Okay.
So, I mean,
he
has a laundry list of things that he needs to be working on. We know this.
We're going to take what we can get right now.
But this is a good one because this took Breonna Taylor. So, okay, because you dang show won't lock the people up.
No, they're not going to do that.
So,
They take them out to eat, and they make sure they get them somewhere safe, make them a GoFundMe. They actually get a little more money than what they had before they committed the crime. But come on. Okay, what else we got? I'm a little annoyed this week. It's just been a lot of bullshit. So.
Yeah, it's been rough. All right, so actor Kevin Spacey, best known for his Academy Award-winning performance in the 1995 neo-noir crime thriller, The Usual Suspects, has been charged with sexually assaulting 3 men in the UK.
I don't even know who those people are.
You don't know who Kevin Spacey is?
No.
Have you seen Horrible Bosses?
I may have seen a little bit, but I still don't know who. We supposed to know who this is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's a big deal.
Oh, okay.
He's probably seen a movie with him but didn't know who he was.
Yes, for sure. Because
I don't know every actor by name.
I mean, that's just the light version of me saying I don't give a fuck about no Kevin Spacey.
I know.
But I don't know who he is really either. But maybe I'll watch one of his movies. But not if he did some fucked up shit, though. Like what you saying.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. So we'll see what happens with that in the future. We're going to see what becomes of that situation.
Now, we're not trying to belittle the situation because we know niggas get assaulted just like women.
Yeah, no, it's definitely foul, but
Definitely.
we just going to wait for more to develop.
Well, the picture I was just showing, he looked like the type.
He does. He looks like
he touching
such
some
a
fucking
creep.
body. Yeah, and that's probably where he get all those movies.
So Creep Squad, like for real, and not the cool. Well, a Creep Squad isn't cool. Never mind.
This is another topic.
Exactly.
Come on, we trying to hurry up so we can get to our guests. So we can talk about the
that's
topic
what we're
of the
about to
day.
do right now. So right before we go into He Say, She Say, so our guests can weigh in as well. We'd like to introduce our guests for today. And we have Jazz sitting on the other side of Chuck here.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And then we have Lore'al sitting on the other side of Jazz. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
What's up?
Yes. So
This is actually her second time. So
Yeah.
she's a little familiar.
yeah, she's a veteran now, right? That's what it is. Veteran and a rookie. Rookie is the new person. The veteran is the.
Whatever.
I
Tosh.
think I'm.
Yeah. Whatever. We're a little slow motion.
You know, everyone didn't just get back from Mexico. Clearly,
Hey, it was
I
actually.
knew it was
hear-
the reason why you was a
you
little
here
darker.
with your little almondy
I
tan.
forgot you went on the trip.
Yeah.
You know, like you're too good. Okay.
It was a good time. I'm definitely ready to go somewhere else for sure.
I bet.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Reality is a motherfucker though.
yeah.
I did have to come back and fuck with reality.
All right.
So, anywho,
Jeez.
these
Oh, Tasha, man.
This is real.
She like, fuck you.
No, not Tasha's reality.
If you don't wanna be
I'm
here,
talking about real life.
I mean,
Like,
really.
this is a good part of the life.
I want to go to the steakhouse too.
Hey, hey, Harry's, that shit fire. Definitely.
shout out to Harry's.
For
Shout
sure.
out to Harry's. We weren't invited this time, Harry's, but next time we'll be there. Okay. Now,
Now, come on.
So we have the ladies with us today. We have a very interesting topic. This is actually a suggestion. So we are always open to suggestions, and we research and see, like, yeah, we could talk about that. So we want to talk about today when your co-parent, whether it's your son's mom or the mother of your child or the father of your child, whatever. You know what I was trying to say.
Yeah. The other parent.
Yes.
Yeah.
When they move on and get into a new relationship and the person they're in a relationship with does not know how to stay in their lane. They doing a little bit too much. They overstepping boundaries. Or they just kind of...
We all been there.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I refuse to talk to a guy with kids. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so...
That's yet. You haven't talked to a guy with kids yet.
That's my non-negotiable.
Okay.
For now. I'm only 31, so it might change. But right
Oh,
now,
definitely. It's
yeah.
going to change.
I ain't mad at her.
It'll change.
Team her.
That's a different topic. We're not going to get into that topic. We can talk about that all night.
But anyway, that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. But we always like to have our guests weigh in on a little bit of he say, she say. Although Chuck is outnumbered 3-1. I mean, we always got Bug.
But I know y'all going to say
I'm like, damn, she just overlooked me. Okay,
No,
I see what it is.
we know you gonna weigh in.
It's 3-3.
I already know.
It's 3-3.
They
still
can't
outnumbered.
see you, but you
We
in there.
still outnumbered.
3-2. Okay.
No, I mean, this ain't no competition. I ain't trying to,
I already know. I mean, everybody might disagree with me anyway, so I don't give a fuck.
Well, let's get into it because it's kind of
The savage.
lengthy.
The savage has spoken.
Right.
Hey,
All right. So, someone writes us.
a fucking book. I apologize. I appreciate y'all sending in, what y'all want us to weigh our opinion. Learn how to wrap that shit up. Keynotes. You can
Hey,
use
look.
bullet points.
And you sent it, and I saw long story short, and I was like, I'm not reading this?
Y'all
I'll tell you at
Long
the end when
story
but go ahead and read. I'm sorry, Tasha. Go ahead and read the story.
Because when people say that, I'd be like, yeah.
People are
this
really.
is not my deal.
Speaking of
I'm not
staying in
reading
our
that shit.
lanes,
Okay, I'm staying in my lane. Because I don't.
it's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, because I don't have to read the stories. So go ahead.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
So the author writes, I was debating on whether or not I should send this because, like people always say, the internet never forgets. But I'm deciding to go ahead with it because I feel like this will make me be held accountable in my own weird way. Long story short, it's been going on 3 years with my boyfriend, well, fiance. In the beginning, everything was cool despite him always saying things to bring me down. I find out that he has a kid on the way with someone I know, proceeds to cheat on me with her, and yes, I know I should have left. He has 3 kids in all with 3 different women. Yes, you read that right. Never married any of them, and he's 25 years old.
Ooh,
I'm
damn.
24, no kids.
Getting it in.
He lives with me, doesn't help pay any parts of the rent, drives around the car I help pay for, and always takes it when we argue.
Yeah, what she do?
He's patronizing, disrespectful, emotionally immature, probably a content creator, everybody influencer, side note, sorry. Emotionally immature.
Subliminal message like a motherfucker.
I'm just saying. And physically, mentally, emotionally, verbally, all the abusives, okay? I'm currently 3 months pregnant. Yes, I know, not the best situation, and y'all and your listeners will probably tear me apart for my bad decision making. But my question is, how do I get him out of my house peacefully? Because every time I try, he breaks my stuff and won't leave. And I feel bad about calling the cops. I feel like I've lost myself completely in this relationship. I just want to start over and get on with my life. I have a therapist, and even though they're not supposed to really tell you what to do, she has told me multiple times I should leave him. I can say I've learned my lesson when it comes to taking red flags serious and not looking past them just because I'm in love. Because as the great Shaka Khan once said, what's love got to do with it? Punkin' schmuckin'. That was Tina Turner. But we gon' we gonna roll with your question at
She
hand.
even quoted the
She's
wrong.
24. She's 24.
She
Oh,
24.
right.
She
Yeah.
tried.
She's 24.
Yeah.
She tried. So I know that was a lot, gals. So who
Yeah, I'm
wants
gonna
to
let them weigh in.
who wants to go
I'll go
first?
last.
The main question
I saw
was
L'Oreal light up, so she might need to go
the
first.
main
I ain't
question
light
was
up.
how do I get him out
That
of my
face.
home peacefully and I don't be wanting to I feel bad about calling the cops. That's the most important parts of the
How
Go
you
ahead,
get him
Lori.
out?
First of all, I'm really just speechless because I don't know how else you would get him out of your house peacefully without calling the police. You feel bad? That's your problem. You about to be dealing with him forever. Like, girl, call the police.
So police, one for police. What you got?
Can we cue the crickets for me?
That part.
I have nothing. I don't know. I'm sorry.
3 years.
Sound like the popos again. What about
Yeah,
you,
for
Tasha?
sure.
What you
Just
doing?
got nothing.
What you think?
What you doing?
Tasha? Yeah, we gonna let the ladies speak.
Damn, she ain't got nothing to
I
say.
have a couple of ideas, but
What you got?
Something creative.
I hate how that face was kind of like,
What
kind
would
of sinister.
What
though,
would
you know what I'm
Twillis do?
what would
Shit.
let me what Twillis would do? I won't tell the whole story, but I have a name for it, and it's called Suitcase Gate.
Oh.
Suitcase Gate. Okay, that is
You
just
gonna have to tell me what that mean after the podcast.
I know
Will
exactly
do.
what she's talking about.
But yeah, if you know, you know. Suitcase Gate. So that's what the Don't Mess With Me is about. But peacefully, I say yes. You have to call the cops and
Call the cops.
call the cops. But what you can do is you can call the cops ahead of time with the full story. Like, don't come here in an emergency. Don't bring squad cars. Like, just keep a plain clothes guy on deck around the corner. Maybe I can wear a wire. Like, set yourself up for success with this police situation if you know that he's not rap tight, which clearly he is not. And
Well, I love how they kept it real, light for you, and just said call the cops. Because what I'm gonna tell you is, you was a stupid motherfucker. You wrote a whole letter to us about why you should have been left this nigga, and then you gonna try to keep his baby. Like, you wanted to go get pregnant. Why the fuck would you go get pregnant? I'm so confused. Why would you go get pregnant? I just told y'all about these old keeper nigga babies. That shit, it never works out. I don't know nobody has worked out for. If it's worked out for you, though, definitely, I want you to call us. If it's worked out for you ever in your life, you should definitely call us because I want to hear that bullshit. But old girl.
248
For real.
248.
Oh, it's on the screen. I'll put it on the screen already. As soon as he said it.
Because that's crazy, because I just don't even understand how you can write 3 paragraphs about how somebody mentally, physically cheated on you, got multiple kids by multiple women, and
beating
you
you
want to
up.
give a baby.
And you about to have his baby.
Like, come on, baby, come on.
What is you doing?
Where your mom at? Where your sisters?
Where
Where
your
your
daddy?
aunties? She probably ain't got one of those, unfortunately, because it sounds like she got daddy issues, because this nigga definitely a daddy, and she can't get rid of him, because maybe this the only daddy that she's encountered, and that's fucked up. Like, I ain't saying call the cops on them. I say put your big girl drawers on, and you got to get creative, because if you want him out, he wouldn't even be there. Like, you paying for everything. He riding your shit. You sound stupid. Like, I hate to say it, but she sounds stupid as fuck. Like, you paying for everything, too, and you say, how can you get him out your house? I'm sure he ain't know nothing.
She 24 though.
Peacefully.
Damn, what you do for a living?
Just stop going to work.
Hey.
Dry all your
Low-key,
shit
you
up.
know what? I don't mean to be
She
that
probably
hard
work at
on you.
Chrysler or
You
something.
know,
You probably gonna need somebody after this. You can DM us.
it's the
and
breaks
we
my
wanna
stuff
talk to
for
you.
me. He must doesn't have anything to break, because I'm like, breaks your stuff. I break his stuff back.
Probably shit she paid for anyway.
Want to play?
He
She
ain't
prob-
got shit.
See?
Yeah, it sounds like you don't have nothing. So. I.
Damn.
That's it.
All right, so I have some empathy, you know what I'm saying, in the situation, because a lot of women go through this. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate that she put herself in this position.
We hearing the rhyme of reason.
Look,
You
I'm just-
stupid.
I'm just saying, like,
What's the empathy for it?
the empathy is
That shit
because
good as fuck, eh?
Wait,
I
why
mean,
Tasha sound like the Chuck E. Cheese machine when you put your tickets in there? That's all I keep hearing.
I'm trying to listen to this empathy. All I hear is front.
I'm sorry, y'all. Don't mind me. All I had was lunch today. Okay, it's been a day. I'm gonna just be over here.
You've been eating them chips forever.
It's a small bag. Right.
I was savoring the flavor.
So why you
So
feel
first,
sorry
so
for?
first, I'm gonna say, yes, I am empathetic to the situation because there are a lot of women that go through this, and I know we know better because we in different places and different spaces or whatever. But it's a lot of women that go through the same thing, and the reason they do is because they don't have anybody, you know what I'm saying, that's supportive. They may not have anybody that's teaching them the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, she may have daddy issues. A lot of women that have daddy issues, whether their daddy was abusive or whether he just wasn't in their life at all, they tend to end up being in these type of situations, you know, or whatever, and allow the dudes to do this crazy stuff that they do. So what I will say is kudos to you for even being brave enough to send this letter. Right?
That was sweet.
Yeah.
Kudos number 2 is I like the fact that she owned that she know that she made a mistake.
Right.
That's
Like I know I made a bad decision.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Y'all gonna rag on me, but I understand what I've done
It's
wrong.
clearly a
That
private
is
note.
that is key. The next key is her just getting to the point where she can actively seek
Let us know when you get them out.
getting help. So like
That's all I want to know. She get them out for real.
I know that the calling the cops things can be sticky because you could call the cops and they can come get him out, and now you got a nigga that's gonna terrorize you at every moment that he can. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like a sticky thing, but I'm gonna say it's better to just go that route and go through maybe some temporary, discomfort more than You've already
Or
gone
you
through
can call
some.
one of these
You've
places.
already gone through some, but if you can get him up out of there, do it like now, because if you wait, then it's gonna get worse.
It sounds like it already is. It's a couple 1-800 numbers you can Google that'll help you in the local area. There's a whole bunch of different places for battered and abused women. Now, in that case, we want you to get help. But for me, come on, man. Like you know too much to know too much. What the
Right.
fuck is you talking about? Like,
Real talk though. Like, come on, like, girl.
yeah, like, come on, Tosh. Let's get to these parents who we call them their spouses, they new mates, whatever they
Please
is.
call the cops, young lady.
Yeah.
Call the cops.
911 for you.
Call the cops. You know what I'm saying?
And good luck to you and your baby.
Seriously.
God
Prayers up.
See?
Just don't
this
bring.
is why it's important
Just don't
not to
bring.
take y'all
Just,
rights
sending
away.
love.
just don't bring no other dudes into the equation. All right. Just don't do that, because then you getting other niggas killed.
Don't even.
Like for real. Y'all hear about the young lady?
You just don't need to. Period. Like it's
I'm just saying,
not
this-
a time in your life
just
to be
last week.
entertaining.
Just last week,
What?
it was a
Another-
girl that brought her her father into it, and he come to defend his daughter's honor, and then the dude smoked him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but you gonna run to your kids' aid, like, regardless.
Man, call the cops first. I'm gonna come, but I'm not coming to argue with your ass.
No, I'm not either.
That's
Nah.
that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? For me, if I'm coming, if you my baby girl, and you done told me this nigga that put his hands on you, I'm not coming to
I would
talk.
have came with the
I'm
pistol
coming.
already.
I'm coming. Me and my homies, we coming, and we beating that ass.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Like, you ain't even gonna
wouldn't
get a
got us
chance
all.
to
You wouldn't
pull
got
nothing
us
out.
all.
Nah, it wouldn't have been no talking. I'd have been in there beating that ass. I'd take an L to get your ass up out of here, but you ain't about to be the one shooting me. I'm shooting your ass first.
Call 911. We don't want you to get Tina Turner at all. We want you to get out that situation. So,
Yeah, please call the cops.
hey, it ain't okay to let her,
All right.
Come on.
Well,
What are we talking about today?
so today we are
Long
talking
ass
about
letter.
when you have a child with someone and you have moved on from that relationship, and now that co-parent is in a relationship with someone new, and their new girlfriend or boyfriend does not know how to stay in their lane.
Y'all experienced those issues?
I have. The only difference is that I was never in a relationship with my daughter's father.
It's another show.
Yeah.
We might have to bring her back home for that story. Okay.
That's the only difference. But I have a situation, and my daughter's father is not active like that, not for real. But he has a girlfriend who is a baby, like I think 21, 22, and he's like 31, 32. One of them, I don't know. And she's one of those just always got something to say.
She's trying, or is she like it's when y'all say doing too much, is she just trying to like fill in what he ain't doing?
So what I realized when he was trying to be active wasn't never consistent. He was like a real in and out guy. When he was out, it would be like months to a year, and then he'd be one of them people that'd be like expecting her to be receptive to him. You know what I'm saying? And it just wasn't happening like that. So what I did notice when he was active was that, okay, this is a female. He lived with her. You know what I'm saying? And my daughter is going around her. So he wasn't ever going to introduce us. So I reached out to her and introduced myself. I want to get to know who my daughter's around.
Yeah.
The conversation went good. And then when me and him started doing bad as far as co-parenting and him not doing what he was supposed to do, she started doing the most. Like...
What's the most?
It started with subliminals over social media, which I was not about to go back and forth with the girl on that. You 21, 22. I'm not about to do that with you. Like, girl, you worried about getting fucked. Let me worry about my child who I created with your boyfriend.
That is a priority.
I don't want them.
She told you the truth. You should worry about getting
Like
fucked.
you,
That
that's
is a
all you
priority.
need to worry about.
Not all you need to worry about.
That's all she need to worry
No,
about.
she need to worry about some other stuff too. But
Yeah, she need to worry about him and getting fucked by him.
See, but I've seen it on both sides. Like I've had a situation where it was the opposite, where the other individual was being more active. Like she was spending more time with my son. She was doing more shit with him. So it was almost right for her to have a say so when, you know, mommy's part time right now.
Well, see, that's different. If she was doing that, then she should communicate that. If she was doing that, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't tell me nothing. My daughter would come home and tell me, like, she likes the girl. And, I
Because that's
don't...
probably what she spent the most time with.
Probably. She probably, play babysitter or whatever. But that's,
But that still don't give them a right to have any. You still get in this car and stay in that lane.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever me and him have going on with
no.
our child, you shut the fuck up.
But no, they gotta have an opinion to a standpoint. Like for me, I wanted another woman in the house because I needed another mother because I'm not a mother. I'm not a nurturer. I got shit to do.
Well, then you need to work on your delivery then.
See, but that's for y'all to figure that shit out. Y'all two talk it out. Y'all two work it out. Y'all shoot me the memo. Let me know what the fuck it is.
What is this rationale?
But she fucked that up, though. She fucked that up. Now we can't talk. I don't want to talk to you now because now you done fucked up. You talk too much.
It's not even that.
What is it?
I would have just had sex with her then.
Well, maybe. Hey. Y'all know how I feel about that.
Because both parents have to be on the same page regardless. If they're not, the other person is never going to be. I don't care how active that person is or how much time they spend with them. If you and the other parent cannot get along, no matter how great that person is on the other side, it's still not going to work.
But it may
Communication
be
is
that
key.
other person
makes
that's bringing
sense.
y'all together.
Wait, what'd you say?
It may be that other person is bringing y'all together because it's the parents, y'all can't communicate. So y'all might need that extra individual to be like the mediator.
But that's when they overstep. You got to put them back in the car in that lane that they need to go over there.
So what's the no's? What's the absolute no you
Because-
shouldn't have an opinion on?
Because unfortunately, my daughter's father didn't. I mean, I ain't gonna say her father because he ain't
love it
that.
here.
My daughter daddy. He unfortunately didn't pick that type of female. He picked a hood rat.
Okay, but
So
what
that's
if she
what I deal
wasn't a
with.
hood rat? And what
If
would
she
be
wasn't
the
a
no?
hood rat, then what would be a no if she wasn't a hood rat?
Yeah, like what would be the you just can't comment on that? Because I feel like with a woman, that's how y'all feel. Period. Y'all got shit already in y'all head, pre-calculated. Like in these
Well, like
moments,
I said
you
in the
don't want to hear.
beginning, our first conversation that I had with her was a great conversation. I reached out to her. I'm like, hey, it was mom. I don't know, just want to get to know who my daughter's around.
Whoop. Yeah. all right.
And she was like, yeah, we love Elle, and yeah, we play, and yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay, I just, want to make sure, you cool. And she was cool, and then she wasn't.
But isn't that a
She
normal
just
thing with a normal female?
She overstepped her boundary. Like, I felt like she was just...
Was it like
Help
she
me
was
out,
doing
Jasmine.
too much too soon? Was it she was trying to play mama? Did she do something? Like, what was the turning point? Like, you said it was all good, then it wasn't. So what was the turning point? Like,
Sounds like it was just her.
who, me?
And no, the girl is in a general. It was just her. Everything about her.
I think it was me and him got into it, and it was about him not, you know, the normal shit, him not being consistent. And you can't just say fuck the child just because she's not, you know, on the same level as you. Like, it's levels. Like, you can't be gone for a long period of time and then come back and then think that everything is like, oh, I want to go get her. So like I said, she went off on her little social media, whatever. Bitch. And so I reached out to him. And I basically, you know, told him, you know, it's not her business. Get that together, because I'm not talking to her. Because if I talk to her, there ain't gonna be no talking.
Well, that's real.
So
that's real.
I don't think that he told her. I think, you know, she went through his phone or whatever, and then she texted me, bitch, I ain't got no problem with you or your baby, but if you want to take it there, we can take it there. Oh, okay, girl.
Sound typical. This just sound like normal conversation.
Yeah.
Like, I think y'all can get past that.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
That's easy. She just talking her language. That's how she talks. That's
Okay,
how
but
she
I don't talk like that, so we're never going to be on the same page.
Well, she ain't talk like that in the beginning, so that means that the baby daddy
She just
created
probably
that.
didn't say
But
bitch.
then that's what I told,
created
like I
that,
told
though.
Jasmine earlier. I'm like, well, I also have to factor in that I don't know what he's telling her. So,
He
you know what I'm saying?
created that.
So it's not,
horrible.
I'm not going to sit here and put it all on her, but bitch, regardless of what we got going on with what we created, you shut the fuck up. Period. You just shut up.
Sound like you lost your turn. She can't even do it now. It's over. It's a wrap.
I ain't got no words.
See, mine worked out for me. I needed them to communicate. I needed me not to
tried.
be in the middle.
Well,
But that
maybe you
didn't work. But that didn't work out either because
I was about to say,
then
maybe
she
you went
felt
wishy-washy.
like you just said, she felt like now, oh, you think you his mama and shit like that. Where it's like, well, technically the bitch is. Where have you been? Like, so in certain situations, I get it, but in other situations, it's necessary.
Yeah.
I want to say what I heard, though, that I think is very key in listening to Just Lore'al's story is that it's hard to call shots of any kind if you're inconsistent. So the first step is, before you introduce our child to this person, I'm still introducing her to you.
Right.
That's a big fact.
And so, like, it's tough to, as the person who's dating the person, you see that person one way, but this person is having and has had a completely different experience with them from you. Even if it's a good situation, it's still a different experience. You experience people differently. Nobody is the same with every person that they deal with.
Yep.
So it's like, I think that where the new person should fall back is to kind of just observe, first of all, for a while. Watch your partner's behaviors and consistencies or inconsistencies. Watch the things that he or she complains about and says is an issue. Like, just listen for a minute. I think that sometimes when you get in a relationship with these people with kids, you think that you're being supportive by trying to be all in, when really you're kind of just either in the way or doing too much.
Most of them are a crutch.
Do explain.
Oh, no. So I will. So, I know this girl. Nah, for real. So, okay. So, my child's dad, he's active. But his girlfriend now, like, she tries to observe, but she crutches him. So it's like, oh, he complains about this, and then you're trying to force me to see something that's literally not even the issue. So now we're bumping heads. So I have like a hierarchy when it comes to who reach out to him. You got to go through me first. If you're on my side, my mom, anybody, my boyfriend, you have to go through me to talk to him. You can't just call him. I don't play that. So y'all can't jump through him and call me. That's where it becomes, well, because he said, are you him? The message he told you, you're not going to deliver it to me the same way he did. So you're overstepping.
But do you and him have that understanding?
No.
But you can only control you and your side. You can't control him and his side.
But that's what I'm saying. Y'all do that.
But you said y'all do that, but that's not going to work for you. So they can't do that.
That's why they overstep their boundaries.
See, yeah, those is just
So you see them
conversations.
now as a team at this point.
If that's what we want to call it.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you view them like the same.
Oh, yeah. Because whatever he say goes. And then she's rah, 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 rah. And it's like,
she extra with it.
yeah, that's not.
Like she,
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take up for your man. But it's like, but if you love my son, what's best for him?
right.
What's best for him? Not what he's
Get
saying
out of
and
the
not what
mind
I'm saying.
of a Marada die. Get in
Yeah.
the mind of if you were a mother, how would you want this shit to go?
You know what
They
though?
don't
And most of them don't understand that they want to be loved so bad.
They
Like,
don't-
I
they
love
don't-
him.
they
I
don't
love
think
him.
like
And they
that.
just think that because I'm messing with him, I love him, that I'm going to just do what he say. Like, no, that's not even right for a child. Even if you don't have a child, what's morally correct? And that's where I
But
have
that's
issues.
kind of what that's
They
kind of
don't
what
think like
Randy said. Shout out to Randy Rosario, but that's kind of what Randy said on the episode that she was on about co-parenting. She said it kind of didn't like click. I don't want to misquote her, but in a roundabout way, it kind of didn't like click until she and her husband's kid's mom like had their own like one-on-one type of conversation and kind of realized like, you know, the whole point is putting the kids first. Like, you know what I mean? If we are strictly focused on, and it sounds like just from what you're saying, for her, she's not putting the kids first because she's putting him 1st. Because he is her priority, but he's not your priority.
Right.
Your grandma priority. You know what I mean? And it's like, here she's coming barking back because, I don't know, if he's in a bad mood, then it's
So
not
it's against what he's
hunky-dory
saying.
at their home. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then it's just her trying to be such a writer, but where's the baby in all this? You know, where's the child?
Because now it's just emotions. Like, don't, because you hear me and him going at it or something. Hey, what happened? Hello? Hello?
I can see that as a problem.
not doing
it's
that.
like, now you're being catty. So now we have issues because I have, like, why are you doing that? But I don't know how to address you. I want to be respectful.
Right.
So I may not say nothing, but it's going to come off. It's going to come out some type of way. And it did. Very
That's where
bad.
I'm at with it. That's why I said it can't be fixed.
Yeah.
Because my mouth is.
I think it can still, if as long as you keep the focus on the children, you
Yeah.
keep the focus on what we talking about as the kid, and anytime that the conversation veer off from that, you shut that conversation down. Like, we're not even talking about what we encountered with each other last week. We're not talking about the post that you made. We're not talking about none of that shit. In this situation, here is my rules and my boundaries if I'm going to allow my child off with you two. This is what I expect from you. If you're going to be the woman around, this is what I expect for you. If she can't respect whatever boundaries you set, then she don't need to be around your child.
Well, we really don't have to worry about that because he's not even active. so as long as he's not consistent, then we're always going to have a problem. And so because we're always going to have a problem, me and her are always going to have a problem because you're always going to have something to say.
Yeah.
Elle's dad, if you're listening, report for duty. Please.
The pride.
Or not.
Please
Is she
and
good?
He ain't listening.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not.
No, for real. I mean, most of the time it be the and that's the type of situation the dudes be saying some wild shit to the chick. You know what I'm saying? They be lying and creating narratives and stories.
She don't let me see her.
And
I'm
so
not even the type.
so that's
Like-
just that type of thing. Like, your inconsistency ain't because she keeping the kid from you, but you tell your girl like, yeah, this the reason
That is
why.
you.
I'm
Because
not
I've
seeing
never
it.
been the type. I be wanting him to get it together so I can please, because I need a break.
Right.
Yeah.
But you won't.
So you can co-parent.
Yeah.
So I can actually
So I can
actively
go to
co-parent
sleep.
with someone. That'd be pretty cool.
But I think that she's okay with it just being them two. So she, you know what I'm saying?
But see, when y'all say co-parent, what I have experienced has been similar, but in different ways, because the co-parenting never happened. It was always either, if I didn't follow what your idea, your way, or what you said you wanted the kid to do, then it was nothing. And I
Their
could
way or
only
the highway.
control when he was with me and at my house. But other than that, it's like, it's
right.
certain, it's moms out here where, no, you ain't keeping me from spending time with the kid. You ain't stopping me from picking them up every day or spending money or whatever the hell I'm doing. But you still have this sense that you're supposed to run shit.
That's where the misunderstanding is in my situation. He thinks that I'm trying to run things. I'm really not. I'm really telling you what to do because I know her. You don't know her. You don't know what she likes. You don't know what she wants. I'm telling you because regardless, you have to be patient with a child, period. So you can't just come around, and then when she goes with him and she's ready to come home, you can't get mad at her because she wants to come home. This is where that's what she knows. She don't know you like that. It's levels to it all. So you know what I'm saying. So when she acts like that, it's like fuck it, fuck all of it, just whatever.
Yeah,
he gonna regret that shit.
He immature.
And he stays away.
Yeah,
like when
immature.
he FaceTimes her, my daughter doesn't even look him in the eye. Like it's like.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
She loves
you
him,
missing out.
and she does express that. Like, I love my dad. I don't want to stay. I don't want to spend a night with him. Like she says that.
Which is nothing wrong with that either.
Hopefully he'll grow out of that. And, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to deal with the growing pains at some point or another.
Yeah.
Which is going to take time.
Yeah.
It's like building any other relationship. You just got to pour into it. Like, nothing is, Rome wasn't built in a day. It seems that way because our parents loved us from infants before we realized we were here, but that was building too. It just, no one just overnight was like, "You're my dad, I love you." Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine, though, not being able to see mine on a regular. So, by you making that choice, that's unfortunate. He's definitely missing out.
Yeah, I have the best of both worlds, so it's pretty cool.
It's definitely a bunch of women.
I have an active
Boss
family,
hog.
not active.
Oh, yeah. Right and shit.
But my daughter does have.
They put dudes in real bad
She does have a
positions.
man in her life, a father figure. Shout out to Bay.
Shout out to him.
But yeah.
Shout out to that.
But yeah, and I think that's another reason why her biological father is.
Probably why you mad.
Yeah, because.
That'll make you feel a certain type of way.
Well, that's
It's
your
his fault.
problem.
It's his fault.
again, okay, so that would be him on the other side of the spectrum of, does the person that my daughter's dad, whatever,
Do
does her
Bay,
man
like
do too
Bay.
much? Does her man overstep? Does Bay overstep?
Maybe
does
to
he
him,
do too
Bay
much?
is overstepping.
Bay doesn't overstep anything.
He
Bay's
stepped
been there
up.
since birth. So.
Yeah,
But see,
like if
that
you
sound
not,
real
Yeah.
entitled. That sound real entitled, though.
I mean,
I guess.
I don't know. The daddy just fucked up.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, your insecurity about the other guy is on you
And
because
right,
you didn't
and
do what
then-
you were supposed to do.
And how
Had
long
you
are you
been
gonna stay
consistent,
fucked up?
had you been there,
We're not giving
you know
him
what
a
I'm
pass.
saying? I'm not giving his ass
We
a pass.
just- we just
I
talking
hate
about-
niggas that cry about another man
Right.
when you ain't
But no,
doing what the
but
fuck you
what-
supposed to
what
do.
we talking about is
I have a
boundaries.
question. I have a question for Jazz. So, Lore'al shared that she actually had an intentional conversation with her daughter's father's girl. Have you and your child's father's girl ever had an intentional conversation where the whole intent was to get to know each other and try to have form some kind of connection or understanding that, hey, I'm going to be around, and hey, you're going to be around?
Yep. And that's what she said. I'm not going nowhere. Okay. Thank you. Great.
Oh, well, then
Amazing.
y'all got to work that shit out.
Yeah.
But your situation is more like she thinks that y'all still.
She just really, I feel like
And I
personally,
think it's an insecure thing.
yeah, like you want to come in and control just to see, you know.
No, let us see.
Because I'm stuck on I'm not going nowhere. Like, what?
That was the thing. And I'm like, why do you got to say, I'm really not going, like, regardless if y'all go anywhere,
Are you in a relationship?
yes.
So y'all both in a relationship. So do your
Now,
dude and him
this is
talk?
like the first time, my son is 9, so this is like, we've always been separate, but this is the first time we've introduced our son to like others.
Someone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do they talk though?
Who?
Do your dude and your kid father speak?
I don't play that.
That's okay.
Because it's no, okay, let me just say
That's
that.
a double standard.
No, it's because it's no reason for them to talk because it is kind of like an ego thing there because it's not going to be civilized off rip. It's kind of like you come in with your chest out, but there's no like. I'm trying to say this.
So then you shouldn't talk to his old lady if he can't talk to your dude.
I don't want to talk to her.
She's like, I didn't really
Well,
put
in
you
a-
up for
All
that.
should actually communicate.
Well, for a healthy relationship, for the child's
Not
sake,
necessarily. I don't feel like it. I just feel like if you his girlfriend and it's my man, that's that. As long as you're not hurting my
What if they
kid.
get married? Then everybody's supposed to get along.
I was
Then
going to
you
ask
all
the same
should
thing.
talk.
Like, would the boundary lift
Yeah.
or go? Would things shift if
What
there
we
were?
shifting? I'm still here.
Well, I'm saying,
If I died,
like
that's a
if you
different
got
story.
married
And that's why
and
she
if he
feel
got
like I
married.
ain't going nowhere. Because when you talk like that, that's basically saying that if you wanted the nigga, you would I take the nigga
Oh,
from
no.
you. But that's that. But that's the energy when you say you don't want no relationship.
Yeah, because that's how a woman gonna read it as that's that energy.
But
That's
that's
why
not
she
how it came
peeking in.
Yes.
Because your energy is like that bitch. Like,
No,
stop playing with me.
it's because of the energy that was brought to me. Like, if you know me on a personal level, I'm really just easygoing and too nice. But once that boundary was crossed, now I'm wrong. Now, why? But what was the why when y'all was just?
Well, at
being
this
that?
point, you can't control them. You can only control you.
Well, yeah, no, I'm noticing that now.
And so, that's why I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, for the sake of your son, you have to try to create a healthy situation.
What if-
and then,
But why do everybody got to be cool?
I'm not first. Well, first,
because it makes for a good
well,
environment for the
first,
kids,
it
to be
does
honest.
make for a better environment for the kid. Y'all, we're supposed. All of us just agreed, like maybe 10 minutes ago, that it's about the kid being first, right?
And some people are just built different. Everybody is not like you. So you, like you said earlier, you don't have control over what.
You don't have control over them,
Right.
but you, as the primary parent, has more control over what your child is exposed to or sees. So if you're always getting mad at the other person and your child see it, how do you think it's going to affect them?
Oh, well, that's different. I don't do that.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
At some point, your child is paying attention to you more than you think he is.
Energy.
And you can be on the phone with somebody and you mad about what da-da-da-da did.
Well, see,
they hear
that's
these
what I don't
conversations.
do.
You know what I'm saying?
My daughter never hears
But
me
they
talk
also,
bad about
but your
her
kid,
father
our kids
at
also
all.
pick up energy. So
yeah.
even when you think they don't know what's going on, they do. So she already has a problem with dad because he's not around, right? But your child also knows, like, mommy ain't too fond of dad in that situation because they not doing right.
Kids smart.
You know what I'm saying?
They are very smart.
They pick up on this thing. So what I'm saying to it, and I'm even talking to myself because I have to do it with my daughter because her mom is on some other stuff. And my wife, she met my wife. My wife is sweet as pie, and we had the old introduction thing. You know what I'm saying? She tried to boss hog on me like. Actually, I should have met her before she met the child, and I was like, no.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if I'm about to be dating somebody serious, and then, like, why would I like, what if she didn't make it?
But how you controlling that narrative?
Yeah, like you just want to try to.
It's not for you to control that narrative. It's not for you.
So like Siobhan didn't even have it was just like it didn't even matter. Siobhan sweet as pie. She met my wife, and it was still like some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because she wanted to be some shit.
She was gonna find
because she was
something.
mad because I had moved on. Mind you, we ain't been together since the child been born, but it didn't matter.
Baby,
The fact was, hey, I wanted us to be a family. I had this baby, and
Well, shit.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
ain't in a relationship
I
with
can't
the
even
nigga.
say it because it's him.
Like, I mean, you can say whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Say what you
Like,
feel, savage.
I'm just saying it just sounds like a whole nother evil nigga baby.
no, it is. It is.
How that shit work out for you?
It is, it's been hell since. You know what I'm saying?
Then they be mad.
As soon as we got engaged, like it went to a whole nother.
Y'all gotta listen to the
like.
signs.
I mean, like I could tell y'all like after the show, like the shit because I'm not gonna put it out there because we've had legal shit going on. It's been all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Suitcase gate, I get it.
but I also, even in spite of all that stuff, you know what I'm saying?
You still got to try.
I still keep a certain, you know what I'm saying, energy with my daughter. Like, she don't know that I don't like her mom. No, I'm serious. Like, when I say I'm so serious, but she knows her mom don't like me because her mom always, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yo, like.
With my daughter, though, her attitude towards her dad it kind of happened organically. Like I said, I don't talk shit. I don't put venom in her ear about him at all. Like,
Well,
I let
I'm not
her
saying that-
figure out that shit herself, and
Right.
it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, she hip. Like, okay.
Well, yeah, I wasn't saying that she's mad at her dad because of you, but I'm just saying just be mindful of the energy that you have because they're going to pick up on it. And they may not say anything. You know what I'm saying? Because kids don't be
They
wanting
hold
to,
it in.
they don't want you to be mad at them. You know what I'm saying?
Or
for
hurt
saying
the other
something.
parent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's my
saying?
son. He don't want to hurt the other parent at all. Because he'll notice stuff and see stuff. And even though I'm human, I can't mask all my emotions. We talk about a lot, like transparency of how he feels. We have mental health check-ins every day before and after school. Just because it is a two-parent household, it has always been that way. And like I was saying earlier, I could be cordial with you, but that's it. I think it stops there. But when you're calling me because he said this to you, and now you're trying to bark that same, now I feel attacked because I feel he's wrong, and then here you come.
So does she call you from her phone? How does that work? I'm sorry. I'm
effective immediately. We ceased all communication. So not even allowed to do that anymore.
But how did that? Did she call from his phone? I'm just trying to figure out. Like, did he give her your number? Like, what are you doing?
Think
because I don't like that. But
But I would do that.
But see, this is why I like her. I'm dating men with kids because it's just like I don't even want to get into.
But I'm not calling to talk to you.
It don't matter.
If you
It
with
don't matter. I don't even really want to. I don't even really want to partake.
I'm
I don't
calling
want to
your
partake
dude.
in
I'm
this
calling
scenario.
him.
This whole scenario is a turn off.
No, I'm calling. Like, bro, you with my son? What the fuck going on over there? And I'll be checking him like, man, you better get that bitch
So
under
I have a
control. Like,
question. Okay, so if your child was with the other parent, right, and they went out of town, they didn't tell you they were going out of town. They just went out of town and left the child with the other person.
With what other person?
The girlfriend.
Oh, we don't do
Their
that.
the person they're in a relationship with.
I do not agree with overnight stay with boyfriend girlfriend shit. If that's not your husband or your wife, you do not leave your kid
Well,
overnight.
especially non-communicated.
I was
She's
not
saying
even
she
told.
had no. It was
1 week.
6 months in
For
advance.
how many days?
He was gone for a week with her, and I had no idea.
Wow.
So when I called, I'm like, hey, he was like, oh, my phone was on do not disturb. No, you were out of town. And I kept it cool. I ain't saying nothing because I didn't want to, because it was like,
I don't do that.
I just know how to play it, but I didn't want to cause an issue. It wasn't the biggest issue for me, but it was an issue. But I still just kind of played my part and just was like, okay.
Yeah. I would say,
I had a question.
Yeah, I would say in the grand scheme of things, if you had a healthy relationship, like that's okay. If you have a healthy relationship, meaning that y'all have good communication.
No, because the communication would be letting her know, like, hey, we about to go to such and such.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying in the situation.
I'm just picturing it being my life.
I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to repeat it.
No.
That type of situation is okay if y'all communication is already good.
I don't give a fuck if the communication good. I don't give a fuck if we hanging out every once a month. No. Period. Like, you do not leave your kids overnight with nobody that is not tied to you properly. Period. I do not give a fuck if y'all live in the same house. When I'm going out of town, I'm leaving my son with my mama, my sister, not with this motherfucker that I've been with for 2 years. Not overnight. Now, if I put you to sleep and I go out and I get back to this bitch until the morning, that's different. But me go, because I done did that a lot. Like, I used to do that. I was infamous for that shit. Put my son to sleep by 1 o'clock. I want to be back that bitch at 10 a.m. right when it's time to make pancakes and shit. But it wasn't like no real overnight. Like, and we lived together and I didn't let her keep my son overnight like that. Like, it wasn't no fucking way in hell. Like, because it be situations like that where I feel like I hear a lot of sad stories where parents done went out of town, mom done went and did a job, and this actually just happened to a young lady where her mom was with that guy for like 4 years. She went to do a job or something. She was literally out of town for work for like 4 days, and she told her mama like he acting weird. He ended up killing her during the time while her mama out of town working. That's what I'm saying. And this a boyfriend. This wasn't even her husband. So for me, it's always been like, because you just never know when a motherfucker gonna snap, especially if they don't have kids, and then you leave somebody with a kid who don't have kids.
Exactly.
And your kid be extra like twisted and spicy while you gone and shit.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's no this.
Do either of your co-parents have their person have kids?
No.
See?
No.
Hell no.
No.
And does your son like her? Like, does he seem to think she's okay? Like,
Yeah, because they buy him. So he really just be going over there just for like, oh yeah,
Good
and
time.
it's not really a lot of standard rules, so it's kind of just free for all. So yeah, I love it.
he's the fun parent.
That's why he ain't say shit. He knew that he wasn't supposed to be there for a whole week. He like, shit. Oh, Daddy was in the store.
Luckily, I don't have to deal with that because Elle don't never want to stay with their ass anyway. She be like, take me home.
Come get me.
I've had my fix, Dad. We had fun. Take me home to my mother, please. And that
But you
should
know,
be
my little
pissing him
son
off.
like that.
He be calling, man, she want to go home. Bring her home.
He want to go home sometimes. He be like, all right, you take me back to my mom? And I be like, no. He be like, why?
Yeah.
I want to lay with my mom. No.
Yeah.
Don't lay your ass down.
That should be pissing.
But it is a process.
I can't wait till my daughter get a little earlier. She's scared of her mom, which is fucked up.
Damn.
It be like that.
I don't even know how to.
She be wanting to stay with me. She don't be wanting to leave. She want to go.
My son with my oldest was like that.
She won't say that to her mom. Her mom, man.
She don't want to hurt her feelings because she done put all type of shit in her head. She done put guilt in her head where she like, oh, I gotta be with mommy. And kids do, when they feel like they have to be with you, it doesn't matter what happened, what's going on. Even when that child know like, I should be and rather be with daddy. They gon' suck that shit up. Like you were saying, it's an energy that they pick up off they parent where they become clingy, like you need them more. And it's like, it's not a need thing that they should even be worried about.
Yep.
They should just be worried about running around, tearing up. Well, not tearing up shit, because you get fucked up in my house.
Yep.
But just being a kid.
Cause he be like, her dad be like, when I was little, I was forced to stay with my daddy. And she don't know you, nigga. She doesn't know you.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, that is.
That's a
Stop
hard one.
fucking comparing what y'all did when y'all was kids, what y'all mama made y'all. That's the problem. Stop comparing. You are not around. You're not around now. So just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's baby
You and your
steps.
bitch.
That's baby
Shut the
steps.
fuck up.
I agree. I agree with that. That's baby steps. If you're not consistent, you have to really work up to that shit. You got to spend
Yes.
hours. He should be trying to spend hours with you and her. You know what I'm saying? So she can see you watching them together, and she get more comfortable, because that's how she'll get comfortable. If you start to
Listen.
participate in some of those interactions, then it's like, okay, I can actually go with him a little longer because I see he's nice to mommy. Like little kids pick up on shit, like you said, they don't even think about it, man. Like they pick up on crazy shit, like
pick up on-
energy.
They pick up on everything. They see everything.
And if he's smart,
and if you really had conversations with him and you just let him talk, then they'll tell you a whole bunch of stuff, and you'll be like, oh, like I ain't even know.
Sometimes you just gotta break stuff down to people in like real simple terms. Like, you know how when you want an apple tree, well, you don't just plant an apple tree and it got apples as soon as you plant it. Nope, it's a root first, and then you gotta water it a little bit, and then it grows a little bit, and then it takes a long time for that mug is big and tall and producing apples. Hello.
Yeah.
Right, and I
Same
can't
thing.
explain how many times I've broken that down to him. Not about the apples, but about the child. The child is the apple.
For sure.
And
You don't want to listen.
And he doesn't want to do it because it's me telling him to do it. So because
Men have
it's
weird
me,
egos.
he's so weird, like fucking weird.
Ego is definitely the killer of
Ego
relationship
is something else.
'Cause
and everything else.
it's like whatever I say, just phew. It's like okay.
That's because a lot of times we don't think y'all know what y'all talking about any fucking way. Like, shut up.
That's the craziest
And
thing.
that's why,
Especially when
and
we
that's
used
why
to
your
be
daughter
together,
wants to
you
come the
really
fuck
get
home after
dismissed.
she-
Like,
That's the craziest thing.
like what is she saying?
That ego is a motherfucker.
Yes.
But that's ego.
Yeah.
Because it's like we used to be
And he
together,
put
we ain't
that on
together no
every
more.
day.
Like, shut up. We don't even want to hear y'all voice. I know I don't sometimes.
Okay, yeah,
Especially
that's
with
why
my
your daughter
exes.
wants to come home every time she be with your ass. That's why she wants to go the fuck home.
That's how it be, though. I
Yeah.
get it.
It almost sounds like it's no hope for either situation.
No, I think it's hope.
not.
No,
And
it's
it's
hope.
okay.
No,
It's
no,
okay.
it's hope. You definitely
I mean,
can
no,
work
being
towards it.
cordial. I can be cordial.
I want both of y'all to go get a tree
No.
and like
But I
Brooke
really
said,
think
plant the
El's
seed.
dad needs to choose better.
I think both situations can be fine. Just like I said, you can
It's
only,
fine.
you can control it
I
from.
don't think that could be fine.
No,
She's only 21. She got a couple more years.
So
She
teacher,
could, right?
She's a hood rat.
teacher.
We
I
got
was never a hood rat.
Y'all don't know how
Well,
to fake it.
I will tell you this: the things that you speak out of your mouth, you know what I'm saying. Those things will continue to manifest. So if you don't think it's gonna ever get good,
It's
it's
not.
not. It's
Okay.
never.
fine.
And
If you
I'm not
don't, if
the
you
type-
don't,
and
if
I'm
you
not
don't
the
want it to be
person force
good
it.
for the sake of your child, it's gonna.
I wanted
it's
it to
gonna
be good at first. That's why I reached out.
I know. I'm not talking about
Trying
that.
to
I'm
get to
saying
know her.
at this
But
point,
then
you
she
know where
went on
daddy's
social
at.
media.
You're allowing the child to see how daddy is.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's all.
saying? Which is fine.
But then you went and did and said all of what you done said, and now I don't fuck with you.
So y'all cut, y'all. But that is something that I
That's
think
just
men
me.
and
I
women
have absolutely no tolerance for disrespect. So I'm not going to give a person, especially the bitch,
Another
a second chance to disrespect me again. This my child. At the end of the day, that's mine. As far as I'm concerned, I created her alone. So
do. He definitely got to do his part in that situation.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I could see how you could say I want to throw the towel in, but if there's ever opportunity, I feel like that's where the mindset come in, where it's okay to accept that it can get better. It's okay to accept that it could possibly be a little different. Maybe if you did a different approach, because I think a lot of times it takes the one that is the most intelligent when you are recognizing a lot of the ignorance.
I mean, that's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
Saying you can control
Like,
what you can
gotta-
control from your side. It don't have nothing to do with them. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for the baby.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, you don't have to accept anything. You can still have your boundary. You don't have to be friends with them.
Yeah.
You can still be cordial, but the energy that you put out, you still got to be mindful of it because your child is going to pick up on it.
Yeah.
So just
she'll be
control it
like,
on your
fuck her,
side.
too.
Don't worry about what happened on the other side because your baby gonna see what's up.
Yeah, exactly.
So if he don't ever get it together, she gonna be like, I'm straight on you, daddy.
Yep.
And he gonna be hurt for the rest of his life
Yep.
because
He gonna be sick.
he just ain't handling his
Yeah,
business.
he gonna
Yeah.
be sick.
I'm still stuck on the out of town thing. So how did I'm sorry. I keep going back to it in my head. Tell me again, how did you not blow your top?
I blew it so many times that was just, oh, okay. I really
So she
expected
can't
it.
be that bad though.
I never said she was bad.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. She just annoying. It sound like.
No, it was just the boundary that she
Just not
crossed.
Yeah, I mean,
saying her
if
like,
you
get
cross
in
a-
your car.
Yeah,
cross the
get
boundary.
in
Please
this drive
lane.
that
So
lane.
why don't you get her a checklist?
What I'm like, we're cordial. It's really him. It's not her. So now that we decided to cease communication, like we don't text talk. Hey, but that's it. If I see her, and it's been fine. It's him because she was backing like crazy behavior.
Supporting him.
Yeah.
His behavior.
Yes, and
Like
that's
when he
what.
said that because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
like you need to fall in line.
Yeah. But
she was doing the right
so like that's
thing.
what I tell my son now. I just equip him with
think
stuff
she
that
was,
he can
honey.
use in the world.
She
Like
sounded like a great support system.
Great one.
No, she's not a
shut
great
up.
support
She's
system.
really great.
yeah,
No,
you can
she's
tell her.
terrible.
He could tell her, "Hey, baby, the sky is green today." So
That's what niggas be needing.
No, that shit is that shit is toxic.
yeah, and it's like
That shit is terrible.
Well, y'all
I
know
never
I like
would have.
that
I never would have
toxic
woman like that. Now fuck that.
and
I
it just
like
be-
that.
That's
kind of
not it.
support
That's not
sometimes.
where it's
I'm
at.
pretty sure she got some sisters or some friends.
Like
so-
it'll come on like, Mom, she painted with us today. I like her, and I'll be like, great.
Other than that,
Wow.
communication just is what is always missing, and that's all.
Yes.
That's what makes it hard.
It is.
And then you just be like, I don't like her, but then it's like, well, why? I mean, she didn't do nothing to me. It's just communication.
And
That's
communicating the wrong things, like the I'm not going nowhere.
Yes.
Some of these things are just egregious. I'm like, what?
think
You
the
just took my
toughest
child
part-
out of town. I'm not going nowhere. Like, I
Nothing.
don't care,
But
girl.
the minute I text you and say, "Hey, have my son call," and then it was like, "Oh, my phone was on focus."
Oh, I almost asked
I
what was
don't even
that.
know what
But
that is.
I
Yeah.
know now.
I am.
'cause
Oh,
that's-
because of the
it says
different.
that-
Yeah,
iPhone.
yeah, like, do not
Do
disturb.
not disturb.
Shit,
iPhone
child.
shit.
I learned that today. When you hit focus, it flips you. Do not disturb.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
iPhone shit.
I'm like,
Child.
I
okay.
just learned that
Some updated shit.
today.
Shout
I
out to,
still
shout out
say
to
do
the
not
update.
disturb because
Literally today. I
Shout
just
out
did
to
it.
the software update.
I use focus
But
too,
you
but
can
I
still
don't call
you can
it
still
that.
get the
That's so
notification
corny.
though.
I use the sleep focus, the driving focus, the person. Like it's levels to the focus, cornball. I'm sorry, that
I
was
thought there's
corny.
only one button.
Yeah, it was.
It says one button.
You said
No,
that.
I'm not-
Oh, so
Not
when
you trying to
hold
figure it
that
out.
motherfucker-
Yes, it gives you
So when you hold that
options.
bitch, you can
Correct.
Okay.
So he
We just
tried
don't know
it
which
with,
one it was.
He tried it with just focus.
It was on focus.
Matter of fact, that's a testament to his slowness because it's
Look,
right there.
no, because look,
And
when you
that's
just
what he
hit it,
calling it.
it say do not disturb.
Yeah, because special ed clearly didn't go further. He just was like, focus. We gonna
But
call
he
it
just
focus.
he just
Yes.
figured it out. He could-
I'm still confused.
Lordy.
Why would they call it focus though?
Because
It's-
what do you
it's
want to
supposed to
focus
have-
your do not
yeah.
disturb on?
Okay,
am I saying? Am I
Yeah,
saying
they
it right?
just calling
Am I
it
doing
like
it?
for your phone to focus on
Do you
certain
wanna
things.
focus
so
on
they
sleep?
calling it sleep.
Do you want to focus on
driving?
work?
Exactly.
Do you
They
wanna
just
focus
got
on
they took
driving?
it too
They
far
just
with
doing
the
a lot,
creative.
you know?
So you can
we didn't need all that.
Oh, so
We
you
didn't
can
need
add
that.
your own
And by the way, I still
personal-
hit notify anyway.
But yeah, you can
Simplicity
set
is
up your
genius.
you can still get the notifications depending on how you
I'm
set up
getting
your
the
phone.
fucking Apple.
Like
tutorial.
even with text messages, like even when your phone is on do not disturb or sleep, you can still see the text message.
Yeah, it just
And
don't
they can-
notify you.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
just doesn't
But
make
I
it
hate
sound.
It'll
people
put
who
it'll
do
put the
that.
notifier in the text message like
Yeah.
such and such sent this while the phone is on do not disturb.
But why do you have a phone if you're gonna put it on do not disturb?
Because
That's
you didn't
stupid.
tell your
Well,
baby
my
mama
phone's
it's on
on
the
do
time.
not
So you
disturb
don't
right
be
now,
disturbed.
so that we can have
Then
a
just
so we
fucking
can
put
have
it
a
on
seat.
silence.
No, do not disturb.
No,
disturb because what if I got a call while we having a podcast? Like that call is not.
It's
gonna
not silent.
No,
silent,
it's gonna
silent,
come
don't keep,
through.
silent don't keep the notifications or the calls from coming
yes,
in.
do not
People be calling
disturb.
me and no sound go off. Y'all hear anything?
Oh my gosh.
What is wrong with y'all?
I hate it here.
I'm saying like you haven't heard my phone go. I got 8 text messages.
If you was on your Facebook Live on your
2
phone
missed
right now,
calls.
everything that came through
will ring.
would have went off during the live.
Learn
So
something.
you put it on Do Not Disturb.
If you haven't used it, you don't need to use it.
None of it interrupts.
So
your
what does
stream.
it mean when I put my phone on Do Not Disturb and I still get disturbed? Because that happens.
Do you have people on the on the favorites list?
You
like
can
my
hit disturb
favorites
anyway.
people. My
Notify.
favorites people are set. My favorites
well,
people
whatever.
are set for the call to come through if they call me back to back more than once.
When I'm on when my joint on Do Not Disturb, I don't get nothing.
No, I see the button that
until I
says-
pick up my phone.
What'd you say? No,
Notify
yeah.
anyway. I hit that all the time.
I hit that all, and it pounds that
Yeah.
shit. Because my brother keep his phone on that, and that shit is so fucking annoying. Like, if I need to reach you or something happening, bro, I gotta
my
wait till
sister
you
does
call
the
me
same
back.
thing. Like, dude,
Elsie, look, my phone
That's
in there now.
I have
dumb.
something to say.
Yeah, that's dumb. I gotta wait till you. Now we playing phone tag.
And then I'm real petty. Don't have your text messages on silence because I'm gonna notify you anyway.
Oh, I do that every
Yeah,
time.
why not?
After
You're gonna
every
get it.
message.
You'll get it when you turn it on.
That's why y'all should just
that's
do
what I'm
like
doing.
people do. Just turn your shit off, really, if you don't want to be reached.
Especially to the people you talk to every day. That's
Power
like,
off. That still works.
I ain't gotta do power off right? When I can do not disturb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why I gotta turn
because
my
if you
whole
got
phone
your
off?
power off, you ain't gonna know who called you at all.
It don't matter.
And then and then you gotta wait till it load up, and then it's gonna hit you with like 50,000 notifications at the same time.
My phone don't have to be
Nah,
on none of
I'm
that shit.
straight.
I just don't pick up if I don't want to fucking talk to you.
How we even get to talking about it?
It's just that simple.
But I really just use my Do Not Disturb.
This
You can
child,
use this for the
young
other.
this young lady's kid's father was like, my phone was
He probably
unfocused.
be having your ass
Yeah,
on
he
Do
was
Not
lying.
Disturb.
He gonna be the old
'Cause he
man
was
who don't
lying.
know how to work a
Yeah,
phone.
he was
My
lying.
phone was unfocused.
She caught him up in a lie. No
And
phone was
also
on Do
Forget
Not
to take it off
Disturb.
though. How you remember to take that shit
I
off?
wish a nigga would have had his phone on Do Not Disturb and he got my baby.
Focus.
Oh, well, I blocked my baby mama a lot when I used to have my son. I still do at times.
Lord.
Why
Because
you
I
do
don't want to
that?
hear. I don't want to hear shit about what you talking about. What I gotta do. Oh, did you get this? Did you get that? Can you go get it? Shut the fuck up. If we wanted you to know, you would be in this truck with us.
Yeah.
So block. When you get to giving all that opinion shit about what they need to eat and did I grab this or did I grab? You don't get the fuck off my phone. This baby gonna roll with the punches like anybody else that would have been riding with me. So
Send help.
because I didn't used to do bottles and shit, none of that.
That
So
would drive me crazy.
Send help.
oh, you would have got blocked because you would have been. Well, you can't. Shut up.
But the situation is different though. My daughter, he don't know my daughter, so I gotta give him
Oh, no.
instructions.
Mine wouldn't
It'd
have
be
cared.
simple
She'd pull
stuff.
up. I used to block. It wouldn't matter. But I would block until, it's time to bring the baby back home. Like, what we talking for? I got this. I'm going to figure it out. That's probably how sometimes men feel like we do want to figure shit out. Like, we are good
Well,
at
have
fixing
another baby
shit.
and do that with them, not with mine.
So I have a
Spoken like a
question.
mother.
I have a question.
Running shit.
We've talked about their significant others overstepping their bounds, but do y'all ever feel like y'all have ever stepped out of line or been like, oh, I ain't have to go that hard or none?
Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. Look at accountability. I
I'm
haven't.
saying yes because I'm agreeing with her. Like, on your part, your part, because
Oh shit! She like, yeah, she has, girl.
You don't have to,
That's funny.
but
you had to show out, but well, you
I
didn't
could
have to.
have,
You showed
But
out.
I had to show out.
Oh,
That's
that's why
like you poking the bear.
I ain't mad at you. I've stepped my boundaries.
I apologize because it be the heat of the moment, but I will go back and apologize and really
fuck
mean
all
it.
that.
No, because it be out of my character though.
Me too.
I ain't even though mine
Pushes
overstep
your
about it all
butt.
the times. I don't.
especially when you provoke.
Shit.
Yeah.
So you ain't
I
never.
don't. No, I don't give her the satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? Because
Men can't
we did
afford
not.
to
We
anyway.
we've
Y'all
already
need
we
to
we did already been through the court thing. So you know what I'm
With
saying?
yourself.
Any leeway that I give her, you know what I'm saying? She'd try to use anything.
It was
She
all
already
before
she
court.
already making up shit. No, I mean before
No, I'm talking
court.
about before court when I used to entertain it.
Yeah, like,
but
I
once
don't-
you get court involved, you got to get serious.
Oh my god.
But like I really
Yes.
wasn't even entertaining it before, so that would piss her off even more. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm ignoring you. Like I'm not I'm not about to argue with you.
See, he was good.
I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm too old for that shit. We almost 10 years apart. Why I'm arguing with you? I already knew you was immature.
Yeah.
So when this happened, I was like, fuck, I'm just here. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
you
I
did
accepted
good
it.
by keeping your
So
composure.
I accepted it, and it was cool. All the extra shit, that's you being on some other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Controlling your
So
part.
I've said some out of line shit to my daughter's dad, but afterwards I was like, fuck, that was kind of fucked up. But I'm not
I hit below
apologizing to
the
him
belt.
though.
Below the
Not
belt.
I
apologizing
will,
because
too.
that was what I meant. Like I own
Nice.
it.
Yeah.
An
Like
apology goes a long way. guys.
No, I'm saying like if you provoke me, like if you, because I ain't coming in the situation where I'm just going in.
yes, it's
I could
always
be
a
cool.
reason.
But then once you get started with me, it's something where it's like it's something just flip.
Yes,
And then
that's me.
I
And
forget who I'm even
flip.
talking to.
Yes.
And now I cut deep.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna talk to you like you're.
I'm a Capricorn.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What are you?
I'm an
I know
Aries.
you.
Oh, so she know.
Yeah.
She
I'm
next
Aries.
door.
Aries
too.
too.
But I'm an April Aries.
Twofer.
Different though.
The twofer. Okay.
Yeah.
We're two different Aries though.
I know because the November Sages are different.
Because I know this might be a whole nother topic too, but grandmas need to stay in their lane. Oh, I'm just
Oh, I mean, with relatives in general,
Need to stay in there
stay
like.
in their lanes. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this type of thing,
That's
But
a dog.
some of them can't. You know
That's
what
a
I'm saying?
different segment.
Yeah.
child.
Yeah, that's how I said that.
But the biggest
I mean, but
thing-
that's part
yeah,
of it though.
that
Because
is.
they literally is like right
And they
there with
egg
it.
everybody else
You know what I'm saying? Because the
Yes.
grandmas is always the ones taking care of the kids.
And they the
So they
instigators.
feel entitled. Like, I need to be able to say something because I'll be watching my grandbaby
They
for
the
your ass
instigators.
anyway.
The grandmas is
You know
the
what I'm saying?
instigators.
Like, they be tripping.
Grandmas don't do shit.
I'm like-
just like the daddy don't.
This is a recent example, and this is so funny.
Don't
So
do shit but run their motherfucking mouth.
his mom would sit there in front of my son and talk like the worst
About you?
me. And so she'll have her phone, look. And he'd be like, wow, why you scrolling past that? She said something nice to you. Look. And he like,
That's
put it
that
up.
instigating shit.
And she,
Why is you showing him
she
that?
go out her way all the time. And I don't know why she hate me so much, but to my son, every time he come back,
She
she said
probably
this about
bonding
you.
with that new bitch too much. Now they got something to talk about.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what
I
happened.
have gotten into it with my.
Tasha, my
I've
fault.
I have gotten into it with
Where's that acceptable?
It's not.
with his mother. I've gotten into it with her probably more than I have gotten into it with him, and it was always on her part because you just bitch.
That's her son.
Like I don't give a fuck.
That's what she's
No,
supposed
that's
to do.
her man.
I don't
They
give a-
need to
that's
go
her
together.
man.
That's her
She
son.
wanted to mess with him and have the baby.
My mama
honestly.
will whoop your ass no matter how wrong. I could have cheated on you in front of you, and my mama will whoop your ass.
Okay, well this
'Cause
vice
you got in my
versa for me.
face.
Vice versa for me. Bitch, if you keep talking to me, I'm gonna fuck you up.
It don't even matter what happens. I'm telling you. Mothers gonna always protect their sons. Even
I'ma
when
tell
he
my son
dead
when he
ass
wrong.
wrong.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
behind closed doors.
Yeah.
That's the problem. She don't tell him when she wrong. When he
she
wrong. You know, everybody wrong. Everybody wrong over there. She,
Her
she,
and
and he. her, and him. They all just.
It's in the
wrong.
blood.
But it can all get better
Thankful.
because it's all a choice.
No, it can't.
It can.
Because don't nobody
When
know how to
50.
talk to nobody.
I'm thankful.
We're gonna give you. A matter of fact, we need to
Everybody's
get
weird
them one
and
of them
I'm not.
co-parenting books.
Shout out to the active
like a
dad
boss.
and the active mother.
dad.
Yeah, shout out
You
to
gotta
all
be
the active
specific when you
parents.
talk about active dads.
Oh.
You could be
Shout out to
present.
the
Yeah,
active,
shout out to
consistent
us
dads.
active dads.
Yeah,
'cause
definitely.
Some of
The
these niggas
active,
out here some
consistent
bullshit.
dads and the
the ones that teach your kids stuff.
We
I
here.
can't wait till my daughter is at the age where she can say where she want to live.
How old is she?
She about to be 6.
This episode needed some tea.
what you got in your
Well, we
cup?
got
So
about
many
3
moments I
minutes
wanted
left.
to lift a cup.
I, mean,
What you got in your
I
cup?
gave y'all some extra time, so y'all got 3 minutes.
Just water. He had enough to
You
drink
got
in
water?
Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we wrapping up, so we definitely need to thank our guests for having this
Oh,
conversation and sharing their personal experience.
Yes.
And we
this
appreciate
is-
the honesty.
No problem.
Yes.
Anytime.
You're welcome.
This gave me some insight on so many things I don't want to go on for myself.
Yep, don't.
A
I
lot
tell
of shit
everybody
happened.
don't have kids.
I was like, yeah, that's the one.
Yep,
Or
don't
just be
have
very
you can
mindful
have
of who you
one.
have children by.
That's the one.
That part.
Be mindful of who you have children with.
Don't trust everybody.
And keep the kids first again.
Always. If it's not about the kids, shut the conversation down, period. If that's your real ex, like, because that be some of y'all problems. Y'all like to dibble and dabble a little bit.
Yeah.
Not I.
I'm glad we have guests who don't, but I know some of y'all who do.
I know some of y'all who do as well.
I don't know nothing.
Thank you to everyone who tuned in and who will watch in the future. We appreciate y'all. Till next time,
We out.
peace.
Peace.
Deuces.